Welcome to a tutorial on how you and your students can use PowerPoint to show understanding in an interactive way. We will look at how you can make a slide in PowerPoint behave like a web homepage with links to other slides that in turn link back to the home page. This technique can be used by all disciplines from grade 3 to 12. There will be opportunities to pause this video and collaborate on the ideas presented. We can't talk about information and communication technologies without remembering these tools are powerful, behavior changing, abundant, and that each tool has many pull-down menu features that a user can program, if you will. This fact suggests we are best off intentionally and critically choosing them because we believe they provide the best opportunity to engage ourselves and students in deep learning processes of planning and questioning, gathering and making sense, producing to show understanding, and communicating and reflecting. These kinds of deep learning processes affect our relationships with others. A teacher may decide to use PowerPoint as a learning tool. This digital presentation software has brought many benefits to education. By building a presentation and projecting it, students see information. Sometimes it's better to discuss a topic like the effects of ice on soil by showing and pointing at large projected images than it is asking a class to turn to page so-and-so in a textbook. PowerPoint is often associated with lectures. Lectures have been a popular way to convey information for a long time, a powerful way to hear an expert, but is increasingly falling out of favor as an effective way for many students to learn. A lot has been written about the misuse of digital presentation software. Educators can miss the power of the tool if it just becomes a tech-savvy way to relay information to passive recipients, possibly information that may have been made available prior to class time. Misuse of this technology includes presenting too much text, not enough graphics, too much clutter, as with this slide, or merely reading what is on the screen, too many slides, sitting too long, stressing the audience by causing the screen to compete with the speaker for the audience's attention, too many contrived and distracting animations and transitions. Steve Jobs was widely considered to be a master at effective presentations, marked by simple but compelling text and images. As NWT's Literacy with ICT Continuum poster points out, ICT's usefulness should be guided by the criteria of the message and result in increased visual appeal and artistry, with greater clarity and focus on the message itself, without exaggerated use of ICT features. In this tutorial, let's consider another very useful way to use PowerPoint that may or may not end in a projection to a large audience. As mentioned earlier, in a broader sense of the word, students program when they use PowerPoint. When they insert objects such as pictures, clip art, screenshots, shapes, smart art, charts, text boxes, video, audio, and when they use transitions and animations, they program their personal file. A great feature of PowerPoint is how it harnesses the world of links, technically known as hyperlinks. Text with hyperlinks in it is called hypertext and is usually colored blue to indicate the link. Linking text from PowerPoint and Microsoft Word to the Internet is described in detail in other YouTube videos entitled Digital Storytelling with PowerPoint and Linking Your Words to the Internet. If linking is new to you, we'll briefly demonstrate how to do it. What web resource do you want to link your text to? Perhaps a writer wants to help a reader understand more about project-based learning through use of a website repository for that topic. Copy the web address of the website by dragging your mouse across the address to highlight it. Copy it by using Control-C on your keyboard or right-click, copy. Now minimize the web page. Back in Word, or in this case PowerPoint, highlight the text you want to link to, right-click, hyperlink, or go to the pull-down menu at the top under Insert, Hyperlink. Both achieve the same thing, and paste your web address on the address line by using Control-V or right-click, paste. OK. Notice how the text is now colored and linked. With this background to presentation software and linking, we can ask the question this tutorial takes up. Can a PowerPoint slide be linked to another slide within the same presentation? Presentation software such as PowerPoint and Keynote can do this, enabling your file to act kind of like a website with links to other places, in this case, to your other slides. Let's go back to our first slide, an example from Experiential Science 30, developing a water management plan. Students could program this PowerPoint to behave like a website. The microbiological contaminants button could be linked to a whole new slide devoted to that topic, with more topics for which slides could be built and linked to, such as bacteria, viruses, and in good website fashion, a link back to the home page. This technique gives the viewer full control over the information you are presenting. Because we are not simply going from one slide to the next in a linear fashion, some people call this a non-linear representation. Of course, students need to build the slides first. A home page could be the first requirement. There are 3 topic choices. A rubric is co-created. There's a link to the anatomy of an amoeba, and even a recorded message to welcome the audience. Our part of the class assignment to propose a freshwater management plan. Researching and building these slides represents the bulk of the work in this inquiry. Creating the links is the easiest part and near the end, where we are pretending to be with this tutorial. We want the microbiological contaminants button linked to a slide showing some pathogens, in this case slide 13. Highlight the text Microbiological Contaminants, right-click, hyperlink, place in this document. Let's scroll to find slide 13, double-click it, and you can see that the text is blue and hyperlinked. To link back to our home page from slide 13, select it. The student has created an icon in the corner labeled Home. We could link the image and the text box separately to slide 12, or group them by holding the Control button down on the keyboard and clicking the text box and the image, right-click, group, and with the grouped image still selected, again holding the Control button down, click the text box, hyperlink, place in this document, link to the home page, which was slide 12, double-click, and now we're linked back to the home page. Continue on until you've created all possible links within PowerPoint that will help your viewer best understand your message. The student might also like to link to media outside PowerPoint, to the web, where the viewer can see one of these pathogens in action, in this case an amoeba, feeding video at YouTube. There are several ways we can make this happen. I'll show you the easiest 2. First, copy the web address of the video by highlighting it, copying it by Control-C or right-click copy. We can link to it by building a button out of a text box, as I've done here in orange. Highlight the text, right-click, hyperlink, existing file or web page, paste the web address, Control V, OK. This way is good if you want the button to display a special text message. Or we can embed the video, as I've done here in the bottom left-hand corner. Find the video, share, embed, use old embed code that starts with object with, and I'm doing this because I'm using PowerPoint 2010, which doesn't recognize the newer code that starts with iframe. I'll copy that highlighted code, go back to PowerPoint, insert, video, video from website, paste that code, insert. This results in a black rectangle that you can resize. In slideshow mode, from current slide, the video shows up as a nice image with a play button. Finally, we want to make sure that the only way the slides of the presentation can advance is through use of the linked elements we've created. Highlight all the slides in the presentation by selecting any one of the thumbnails. Select all of the thumbnails by using Control A. Transitions menu at the top. Deselect, as you can see I've already deselected. On mouse click, and after the time menu, if you've recorded any audio, as the student did on the home page. Any learning in any discipline can make use of this nonlinear representation technique, from a study of complex characters in literature, to choices with everyday math problems, to a virtual trip to another culture in social studies, to a survey of theories about a natural problem in science, and many others that creative students and teachers think of. This technique can engage many viewers as they independently use these files in settings such as class learning centers, parent-teacher conferences, heritage, science, learning fairs, and so on. Teachers concerned about superficial results when students become lost in animations and transitions may elect to divide the labor through teamwork to encourage depth within the field of inquiry. Then only a lesser portion of each team member's energy will be expended on the building and linking processes of PowerPoint. Perhaps start building a deck of linked slides for your next lesson. Teachers can really lead by example. All the best.